Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's lecture where we'll dive into what determines sexual orientation. So, we'll explore some psychosocial theories, debunk a couple of myths, and also examine research into biological factors that shape our understanding of sexual orientation. By the end of this lecture, you'll hopefully have a deeper appreciation of how complex this topic really is. So, let's get started. All right, sexual orientation has long been the subject of debate, and psychosocial explanations were historically dominant. These theories suggest that factors such as life incidents, parenting, or individual psychological traits play a key role in determining whether someone is heterosexual or homosexual. One of the landmark studies on this subject was conducted by Bell and his colleagues in 1981. So they studied nearly 1,000 homosexual men and women, comparing them with a control group of heterosexual individuals. And their findings challenged many existing beliefs about homosexuality. So let's start with some myths that Bell's research actually debunked. The first one being something called the by default myth. And this myth suggests that people become homosexual because of negative or unsatisfactory heterosexual experiences. However, Bell's research found no evidence to support this. Both homosexual and heterosexual people reported similar experiences of dating during adolescence, but fewer homosexual individuals actually enjoyed heterosexual dating. Another myth is something called the seduction myth. And this is a prevalent myth, and it basically suggests that homosexuality is the result of being seduced by an older homosexual person or turned by a homosexual teacher or authority figure. Now, contrary to this myth, Bell's research again showed that most homosexual individuals realized their orientation well before their first same sex experience, and that those experiences were typically with people of a similar age. Sigmund Freud, who you may know as the father of psychoanalysis, proposed another very influential theory. Freud believed that everyone passes through a homoerotic phase in childhood. According to his theory, a boy might remain fixated in this phase if he had a weak relationship with his father and an overly close relationship with his mother. Similarly, Freud believed women could become homosexual if they experienced envy of male characteristics. However, once again, Bell's research refuted Freud's theory, finding no consistent patterns in family life that could predict the person's sexual orientation. And this idea is echoed by more recent studies as well, which show that family dynamics don't determine whether a person becomes homosexual or heterosexual. All right, now let's turn to biological factors. Although the science here is still evolving, research provides intriguing insights into potential biological influences on sexual orientation. First, let's look at twin studies. One of the most compelling areas of study involves identical and fraternal twins. Because identical twins share the same genetic code, researchers can compare them to fraternal twins to see whether genetics play a significant role in sexual orientation. For instance, one study found a 20% concordance rate, meaning both twins being homosexual, among identical male twins compared to 0% for fraternal male twins. For females, the concordance rate was about 24% for identical twins and 10.5% for fraternal twins. So these results suggest that genetics do play some role in determining sexual orientation, though they're not the sole factor. Okay, let's look at gender nonconformity. Another interesting finding relates to childhood gender nonconformity. Studies show that adults who identify as homosexual were more likely to exhibit nonconforming gender traits as children, such as boys showing interest in activities stereotypically associated with girls and vice versa. So this suggests a biological predisposition to homosexuality in some individuals, indicating that sexual orientation may be connected to inherent traits present early in life. Okay, now let's get into brain structure. Research using MRI and PET scans has also revealed differences in brain structures between homosexual and heterosexual individuals. For example, one study found that gay men's brain structures related to language and emotional expression resembled those of heterosexual women, and vice versa for lesbians and straight men. This research points to the possibility that sexual orientation could be linked to neurological development. Another interesting factor is left-handedness. So even something as seemingly unrelated as handedness has been studied in relation to sexual orientation. Studies show that homosexual individuals are more likely to be left-handed compared to their heterosexual counterparts. This is another intriguing clue that biological factors could play a role in the development of sexual orientation. If biology plays a role in determining sexual orientation, what does that mean for society's understanding of homosexuality? Some research indicates that people are more accepting of homosexuality when they believe it has a biological basis. A 2014 Gallup poll found that 42% of Americans think people are born gay, while 37% believe it's due to upbringing or environment. However, it's important to note that even though research suggests biological influences, sexual orientation is complex and likely results from a combination of biological, environmental, and cultural factors. As researcher Lisa Diamond points out, human experiences, especially ones as complex as sexual orientation, develop through a dynamic interplay of these factors. In conclusion, while psychosocial and biological theories provide us with clues, sexual orientation remains a deeply personal and complex trait influenced by many factors. Whether shaped by life experiences or biological predispositions, sexual orientation is part of what makes us human. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has deepened your understanding of what determines sexual orientation.